No, thank you.
All right, now, ranking Republican member of the House Armed Services Committee, Representative Howard McKeon of California. Congressman, what now?
Well, you know, Republicans want to be supportive of the mission, and we're always supportive of the troops. I think I'm glad that the president finally made a decision. 3 months is a long time, but he made the decision. The thing that was disconcerting to me, I think, was setting the timeline. We have troops now that will be going there, and we had a meeting earlier today with the president. I couldn't get a commitment as to when all of those troops would arrive in Afghanistan. He did say that they would be sent there quickly.
Well, I guess the understanding, sir, is by next summer. We don't know exactly when next summer. But then a wind down within 18 months. Can you do both? I mean,
the problem is that wind down will be less than a year for some of them.
Right.
And so that's a big concern to me, that they've got a heavy mission to be able to go in and separate the Taliban from the people, provide security for the people, and then be able to do that so quickly. The timeline is, I think that threatens to undercut the whole mission. And so I think he's threading a very tight needle here. And that's one thing that really bothers me about this. I don't know how this is all going to come out. I'm looking forward to the hearings that we'll have in the next couple of days and week from the Secretary and the Admiral Mullen and General
well, what do you make in the
McChrystal,
meantime, Congressman?
Petraeus.
I'm sorry, sir, but we're pressed for time. I just wanted to get your sense of this view of a war tax to help pay for this. Congressman Obey, the man who runs the House Appropriations Committee, among others, sort of kicking that around. What do you think of that? Well,
I think, you know, that without being partisan, that seems to be the Democrats' answer to everything. Let's find something and tax it. You know, what I look at is they passed that so-called stimulus bill earlier this year. It has not been successful. A lot of that money has not been spent yet. Why don't we just use that? I mean, there's lots of ways to come up with the money to cover this effort. And that, I think, would be one thing that I'd like to see them to look at. They're already talking about another stimulus. They haven't spent all the money from the first one. And the money they have spent has not really been successful. We've lost over 3 million jobs since they passed that. So I think we ought to focus on the mission. I'm not happy with the idea that he set a definite timeline in the same paragraph that he said we're going to send over 30,000 troops. But I'm anxious to hear from General McChrystal and see if the 30,000 is enough. I imagine that's what he'll say. Yeah. But it seems to me that we should have given him what he asked for, and
what
then
General
give them
General
the time.
McChrystal asked for, which was 40,000 additional troops. He got 30,000.
Well, we don't know. I've heard numbers from 11,000 to 80,000.
Right. Who knows? Congressman, thank you. Very good having you, sir.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, now to Fox News military analyst, Major General